Hello, my name is Luke May, and I did my exploration project on the legal drinking age. So first off, I'd like to ask you all a question. What do you all think about alcohol? Because in America, at least, there is often a very bad stigmatism around alcohol that it only brings bad things. And while this is somewhat true, you are poisoning your body when you consume it. I believe that there's definitely other stigmatisms out there that kind of counterbalance it, counteract it. But what are some possible benefits of an older drinking age? So, number one, when you consume alcohol at a young age, specifically in your teenage years, you are much more likely to get addicted, and you are also going to struggle, well, not you personally, but you are going to struggle like forming your brain. It stunts development of the brain, especially when you consume it early in your teenage years. And by having a older drinking age, as the US does, which is 21, it makes it harder to reach and harder to get for these kids who are trying to consume it, which ultimately results in less overall drinking. And overall higher brain development, like I said. Just needed to touch on that. And then, according to Manis from SSRI, I'm pretty sure, the SLIC database. Since 1975, ever since they re-raised the drinking age in the US back to 21, then traffic fatalities were decreased by 13%, saving about 28,765 lives. It's a lot of innocent people's lives saved just by having an older drinking age. So keep that in mind. And what are some possible benefits of a lower drinking age? And like I started it off with, by having a lower drinking age, you have a chance to experience it more in your younger years, which isn't necessarily great, but it also kind of helps take away that stigmatism I was talking about earlier, where, okay, this must only be bad if I misuse it. Because, like, in areas such as France, where the legal drinking age is also 18, I believe, excuse me, parents often will offer a glass to their child of just wine, just like not enough to even have any effects, just for them to be able to experience it and make them feel like they're not being left out, and kind of make them feel more like an adult. It can also be seen as a rite of passage. And lowering the drinking age would also decrease the amount of felonies that we are consistently seeing in the usage of fake IDs. So, and according to Groberty, also from the SLIC database, 70% of students entering college have already had experiences drinking alcohol. Having such an old drinking age forces underage college students to drink in private and overserve themselves before partying, which can and often results in driving under the influence and possible death. And information to also take into account is, although drinking under the age of 21 is legal in the United States, it obviously doesn't stop everyone. Ages 12 to 20 drink 11% of the alcohol consumed, and more than 90% of that alcohol consumed is consumed in binge drinking, which is very bad. And this is what exactly alcohol does to your brain at a young age. According to Kate Gibbons in her article, she states, "Don't ignore the data. A drinking age of 21 is better for society. Experts agree alcohol consumption as a teen can have an extreme impact on brain development in the frontal lobe, the decision-making part of your brain, which is very important, and can lead to interference in development of skills for emotional regulation and decision-making, like I just said." And then I got this right here. It's a nice image. You would be able to see it better in class, obviously. And then this is the deaths per 100,000 people in the US. And you can't really tell, but these dots are ages 25 to 44 years old. These lines are anything equal to and or above 65 years old.